Hello there, and welcome to episode 32 of the Savage Lands Season 2. And, well, we got some burning diamonds and some other burning diamonds downstairs here, and, well, this mine is working out just as intended, I am afraid. But all in all, I'm quite happy with what we got here. And for today, well, I think I'm going to leave this mine a little bit on its own, and we're going to take care of other problems today. So, all in all, I figured that our fortress really needs more wood. We keep allocating okay amounts from the underground here, but somehow this fortress has an insatiable appetite for timber. So I'm going to continue my work here by chopping down whatever we can find in that area. I'm still a little bit sad that we cannot really take anything from the surface anymore, but the agitated wildlife up there, no chance, man, no chance. I really don't want to get involved in anything like that. We've had our fair share of giant birds attacking us, you know. But what we don't have enough of yet is some offerings for our beast. So, I will hope for this area to get finished one day soon. We're going to continue expanding this little enterprise here, but beyond that, well, I think I have to wait until the diamonds here are finally burned up, because, you know, before that, the constant smoke exposure, as far as I know, this might be really one of the big issues why nobody here is doing anything, because of the smoke, you know. So, let me finish a few more hand strikes here, and then we're going to go for the improvement of our situation upstairs, you know. Couple of things that crossed my mind in the last couple of episodes. So here we're going to cover the floor one more time so I don't have the whole smoke problematic there. I'm just trying to give that magma as much room as possible. That's basically the gist of it. So it can safely dry up. But in one way or another, this will take for sure quite some time until we are done with that. So I'm not too optimistic here. But speaking about optimism, it is time that we're taking down the last of these fortresses. So we're going to send one last full front attack, and hopefully this will be the end of these monsters down here. This will be also the eradication of the last outpost of that goblin faction for now. I mean, they got still few troops more at their disposal, especially considering the fortress down there. This is my biggest fear. They got a fortress with a demon in there, and, well, I am somewhat inclined to try if we can do it, but I'm also somewhat inclined to just leave it be and come back later when we got adamantine gear. So, well, the situation isn't as easy as I'd like it to be. Let's put it short like that. So, let's hope that with all those extra excavations, we're finally getting that magma gone. Let's make sure we got some extra glass flooring, just like here. There we go. Work down here is painstaking. Everything takes way too long because of the distances that everybody needs to walk. Also, I realized my drink stockpiles are constantly depleting, so it's definitely a good opportunity to upgrade our farming production here a little bit. Oh god, grammar is no longer on my side, but you get what I want to say. So I'm going to set up 2 more farms here. I really hope that my farmer is actually going to get onto that, you know. Hard to tell. So we're going to set up new pieces of floor here. And now magma has more and more room to evaporate at. I think this is a great way of dealing with it. So I think I see a pocket here, but I see solid ground here. So, but I don't want to excavate that tile because it's red diamond. And I've already learned now that, you know, every piece of diamond I excavate here will be burning forever. So, you know, that's just that. Alright, but we do what we got to do, if you ask me. Alright, that's all the things that I had in mind for today. We are leaving this Amok Forsaken pit for now, because, you know, there's not that much which we could do, except for incinerating more gemstones that we actually would like to keep. I mean, well, I could go for more evaporation space here. Okay. This is a harmless way where we can expand. I'm still looking for methods to speed up the process, you know. The more evenly spread we get the magma, the faster this whole job will be done. There we go. So, new migrants have arrived. Well, that's a wonderful thing. And we've found another beautiful little pocket here. Okay. So, tell you what, we're going to try and open that. This is, as far as I can see things, still within my premises. And another forgotten beast is coming on by. A great blob composed of ash. So, the good news about that is a great blob composed of ash ain't really, really dangerous. Bad news, I have sent somebody to smoothen out some stones. So let's see. Is that guy already in a dangerous environment? No, he's not. Beautiful. So all we're going to do is we're going to shut the door and we're going to wait until the military is back in town. The thing is quite simple. This is this is one of the low tier forgotten beasts, simply because it doesn't even have a special attack. Another thing that I'm really kind of like ashamed of that I didn't notice it, but luckily the comment section knows it all. So I totally forgot that trade caravans or the trade wagons are not able to pass over, what's it called again? Over traps. So yeah, we have to dismantle those traps to make that happen. I somehow know that I once knew, but with the information density of this game, I graciously just forgive myself for not knowing for a sec, you know. Oh, well, let's see. So is that Reacher blood? Well, Grundle blood for sure. Thing about these forgotten beasts composed out of ash and stuff, they're really weak, you know. They're really, really weak. So there's a good chance that the Reacher actually killed that guy already. We'll see. We'll see. But beyond that, let's make sure that the fortress stays safe, shall we? We're going to go for another bridge here. You know, it's been about time that we finally went for surface work again, you know. I've done so much work here for down below, but you know, the Adamantine project is nevertheless, well, I think it's a great thing that we do it. Let's stockpile a few of these dump-worthy items on the dump stack. Wait a sec. Why is there so much cloth? Alright, so we definitely are going to unlock this stockpile. There's a... Look at that. This must be the contents of an entire trade caravan. Well, let's go on over here and assign the new duck. This is the new duck. So I also heard you guys with a really, really cool proposal there that we should actually use those BEAK dogs for the outside, for defense of the outside, and I love it, you know. I really, really love it. So we're going to go for, where is it? Another pasture. I mean, it's a tad bit hard for me now to know which one of those BEAK dogs is from from the bottom level and which one is from the other level, but, you know, it's gonna be quite okay. This way we actually have some good use of having, or some good reason of having these guys. They're going to be an excellent frontline defense, probably even better than using them down below. Also, I do notice that my dwarves are back. So let's see. It looks like the last pit of evil has been eradicated. So good job, my friends. The Lance of Faith destroyed fright scorpions. All right. Wonderful. So, well, we weren't able to acquire more beak dogs, which is a shame. You know, beak dogs are great. They don't cost you anything. They don't eat anything. They're just there, and they're buddies, and they're powerful in combat. And yeah, I do see by now why people do like them. My first wave of them I slaughtered mindlessly because I didn't know what nice stuff I had for myself there. The Craftsdwarf Guild demands a Grand Guild Hall. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so places. We need to go places. Now, of course, it would be way too easy if we'd be just able to see here which guild we're looking for. No, not this game. Not in this game. So who's the Craftsdwarf Guild? That's the Miners Guild. That's the Metalsmiths Guild. That's the Craftsdwarf Guild. So here we have to work. Alrighty. The good part about all that is we have already taken care of these problems long before, and we're just going to slap in a couple of those super valuable golden statues there, and I bet this petition will be over in no time. So let's see, we still got 94 gold bars at our disposal. We got quite a nice amount of electrum as well, so yeah. Our fortress is quite rich. You know, we are really rich. I do fail in the creation of several artifacts, but I feel like at the same time this is quite fitting for Shin Mistum. Why? Because they're constantly focused on war. No wonder that their artifact crafting is a little bit lackluster comparatively. I do like that narrative-wise, although I don't like it gameplay-wise. So let's take a look at Hell. Yeah, look at that. Hell's slowly done with being Hell. The good part about the burning gemstones here is that eventually they should stop burning. Eventually, we'll see when that'll happen. But what I already can see is that the magma is finally drying up. That's good news. Alright, but back to the surface. So we have now secured the outer perimeter. The beak docks are being placed out there. I'm actually quite happy with all that. So next step, we're going to make sure that this area looks a little bit more dandy by assigning these items to be destroyed. I know I could salvage valuable goblinite out of these by just smeltering whatever is on these stockpiles. It's also not that hard, but since fuel is always a scarce resource in this fortress, I'm not down. Alright, what I also meant to change was one of my standing orders here. We're going to forbid used ammunition only during sieges. This way the hunters won't be destroying their ammo as much anymore. Alright. So, this bridge here needs to be linked to the... Here, this one. That's the one I'm looking for. So we're linking this one to this bridge, so we can then seal off the city if necessary. Also, we should now be capable of hosting new trade caravans. I hope that'll work this time. So, more Warhammers. Well, alright. Steel Warhammers it is. Damn, we have already so many of these that I really wonder how... if I shouldn't be equipping an entire squad with these, you know. Alright, so our military is back in town. Let's see if a forgotten beast will attack us when we open up the door. I somehow doubt it, But even if, these guys will be all it takes to take care of the blob. But just like I expected, there's no blob to attack us. So we can safely go and finally go for this spot here. Alright. At the same time, timber, my friends. We need more timber. But, well, I keep being quite shocked about the fact that I keep chopping trees like a madman down here, but at the same time, it just seems as if we're just not killing it, you know? So this grove here is really, really dense in terms of trees. Could earn a lot here. But first and foremostly, I want to see if we can't grab us all these gemstones. I hope that somebody will arrive eventually for this one. It is quite a long walk, as it seems. But I mean, elevation minus 112. Shin Mistum is in that regard one of the most horrible fortresses that I've ever played, because it's just very, very unforgiving that we have such a huge distance between our actual fortress and the rest of all. So yeah, just like I thought, my planter is slowly not getting behind the rest of the work anymore. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to relieve him from all the other jobs that he's been working on. That usually helps quite a lot in making sure that your planter is not being distracted by things. So where's the dwarf in question doing this job, huh? Let's see. Oh, he's already there, almost, as it seems. Who's going there? Thorpe Rack Caves. Not really somebody that we would miss too much, but an expert furnace operator. Alright, shouldn't talk bad about that. Alright, after that has been smoothed, we're going to engrave a fortification in there, so we can then... well, this guy goes to bed. So we can then mine out the area once it has been dried up. Because I'm pretty sure that we'll only see some water leaking out. Or at least I hope so. Anywho, how's Hell? Well, Hell's slowly recovering. We still have those diamonds burning down there. And seeing how long the diamonds here are burning until they really stop burning, well... so a dwarf has been found dehydrated, yeah. Vukar has claimed another one. The thing here is quite simple, it's been my fault that he died. I forgot yet another dwarf trying to make his artifact. That's on me. Alrighty, so, but beyond that, we're slowly stacking up our tomb space here. I really like the fact that Shin Mistum has its own graveyard. A real nice one too. Those obsidian tombs really look dandy. I really like them. It's a bit of a annoying process to make your tombs like that, but you get so much more out of one room this way that I really don't want to do it differently. So I'll pause the game. I see a red flashy alert, so probably I should pay attention to that. Alright, it's just that guy that we found there. Good, so nothing to worry about directly. So, let's place down the sarcophagi. Here we go. 3 of them are pending. That's okay for me. I want to... Wait a sec, there's no sarcophagus here. Okay. So, in situations like these, here the visibility of these bones is not really pleasing, but obviously we can't. Interesting, so... Okay. For some reason, the coffin went invisible. I'm sad about that. This is an odd bug that I've seen quite often. A iron breastplate has been misplaced. We have a ghost. I thought we've taken care of our ghosts. Here, Ingus. Oh, I do remember what happened there. We engraved Ingus stone, but we didn't place it, didn't we? Let's see, where was that? A completely different day. So, auto placement here is of no help. I need to see. Yeah, we somehow haven't engraved one for Ingus. All right, whatever, no problem. Down over there, my good friend. We're going to engrave a memorial. After all, I'm always happy to have these memorials here in the fortress. For a dwarven clan, or however you want to call it, that's worshiping a death god, this is just a very fitting thing. Alright, just like I thought, there was just a water pocket in there, and we're going to dig out the valuables here. Brilliant. Literally. So, Reacher and Voracious Cave Crawler are fighting. Okay. No, not cool. Not cool, you know. Alright, how high is my charcoal stockpile actually ought to be? Well, I want 50 refined coal, so I don't really feel like I'm demanding something impossible or all too heavy from our friends here. So I just figured that we don't have a connecting staircase yet between our furniture stockpiles. That's odd. Usually I do that way earlier. Huh. Okay. Whatever. Good thing that I double checked, because this is one small staircase that just does so much work for us. All right, so let's see. Lover of ballista parts bled to death in the year 114. Well, we'll never know how and when he bled to death, unless somebody here in the comment section lets me know. But you know what I mean. Alright, so with that ghost being out of the way. Yeah, so, well, let's see how long it'll take until the fires finally stop burning. I'm going to not enter this cavern here until the last of these magma puddles has evaporated. Because, you know, it could be just too dangerous. So, one entertainer wants to join us. I say nope. Export bans, I don't really care about these. Monsters, these are fighting in the magma. Life's great. Life's great. Okay. And we're slowly gathering those valuable shinies there. Can't wait. I mean, this is an entire vein of diamonds here, so we should have a nice bounty out of that. I want to keep looking for these super valuables by now, because, you know, it is about time that we stack up the value of this fortress. And sadly, I cannot work in the pace that I'd like to, because, you know, work down here is rather slow, to put it into friendly words. The worst thing are these smoke clouds. I really wonder how I could help myself here, but somehow all the actions get constantly cancelled here. That wall here, I meant to build it since I don't know how long. Never got done. Ah, well, it is as it is. Okay. Let's see. We got quite a lot of jobs on the table, but one question remains now. How do we fare in terms of our conquest? Shinmistum has pretty much fulfilled its first quest, which would have been the destruction of one goblin faction. We almost took them down. I dislike this almost a lot because, you know, there's still that fortress there. But at the same time, I feel like we made quite nice progress here. So our squad here is full of legendary fighters, and, well, I'm somewhat reluctant to send them one more time. Part of me thinks that if I send 3 people... Oh, a Baron! My Baron is making a artifact. I should really guide him. One part of me thinks that we should by now be perfectly strong enough to do so. Part of me doesn't want to waste valuable dwarven lives here. You know, it's really a difficult situation for me. I I do see that it's a rather small fortress, but I also do see that last time we sent people there, they just died. So, well, we're making more statues. That's one thing. That always works. More art always pays off. So, speaking about paying off, I want to see if we get another attack if we start chopping trees here in the vicinity of our beautiful bodyguard beak dogs. You know, I really appreciated the idea, and I really like it when you folks are delivering such really fancy ideas there. Like it a lot. So it seems as if the storage piles of Shinmistum are just a tad bit too small, are they? I want to monitor this artifact creation more closely. I have lost enough people, and, you know, maybe I'm a little bit biased to take more care of one noble dwarf, but as a matter of fact, it's, you know, it's not only because of that. Primarily, I've been very, very unhappy recently with the amount of dead dwarves here in general due to these silly problems that were really easily avertible. But whatever, it is as it is. Vukard claims us all. Overall, that little staircase here should help a ton. Alright, he began with his mysterious construction. I'm quite relieved. He's also going to get legendary and some sort of stonecraft after that. He's also a legendary axe dwarf. Oh yeah, now I remember. He's been one of the OG fighters here. He didn't have the highest kill count of them all, but he certainly has proven his worth in battle. So, let's get back into the city core. This is another thing that I want to see through here. You know, those bedrooms here, they are not for the nobility, and they're never supposed to be for the nobility, but, you know, it still pays off to make them more fancy, in my opinion. Can't wait to see what kind of artifact my Baron has been is making now. I bet it's going to be a pretty useful, useless item as usual. Useful only for the dwarf in question, but whatever, you know, whatever. So, there we go. That odd sound a moment ago was a launcher software in the background, which wanted to update the very moment while I'm recording Dwarf Fortress. Can't you see that we're doing more important things here, computer? Yeah, well. So I'm avoiding the engraving of the other apartment tiles here. Usual reasons. I don't like to have Eurist faces everywhere, and this way I'm increasing the value of these rooms without doing too much to the visual aesthetics. So, this episode is reaching its end, and it's the first episode since a pretty long time that we haven't attacked somebody. So, an obsidian figurine. Yeah, just like I figured. Ha. There's nothing that we really want from this, but, well, let's see. The real fun part will be once we have all these artworks here done, to look at them and check out what they're depicting, because, you know, the art of a fortress always reflects its story. Alright, look at that. The pit in hell has been finished. Alright, I'm very, very happy. It's time to rip out the floor plates wherever they aren't necessary anymore. The glass ones, I mean. The andesite ones are now really necessary, because otherwise we'd be standing in front of a hole. But all in all, I'm quite happy with how that played out. It will take a while for those gemstones still to burn away, which is a shame, but whatever. I think we're making brilliant progress here. So I am still not sure if we are going to attack next episode the fortress, or if we're going to bring war to the next goblin faction. This is the thing. This is basically what I've been pondering about. After seeing what we were capable of, I'm quite positive that the Shin Wisdom dwarfs will be able to eradicate the rest of the goblin invasion or infestation down there. But I'm still not sure if we're able to take down a fortress. But whatever might be the case, these are things for the next episode, my dear friends. So thanks yet again for watching. I really appreciate you guys hanging around, and all your helpful comments and all these things make this series really special to me. So that being said, a thumbs up is going to be extremely helpful for the series, so it makes it all more visible for everybody. So be my guest and just leave a thumbs up. I'd be very happy about that. Apart from that, subscriptions are a dirty, easy way of supporting this channel. It doesn't cost you anything, just one click. And if you want to stay notified, just hit the bell thing and you'll get all the notifications about all the new videos I do. Enough of the advertisements. Thanks for watching. Come back again for more Savage Lands. Check out the playlist links for even more Savage Lands. And until then, have a wonderful day.